Hi everyone, this is Diane. If I landed on your For You page, go ahead, let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, and share because I may be the person you're looking for. I am your new bestie. And I mean, if you're looking or thinking about having vertical sleeve, VSG, or if you're thinking about having a gastric bypass or a revision, any of those things, listen, I have been there, I have done that, and I can give you the rundown of everything to expect. So with my channel, I am completely transparent, good and bad, and in between. And then also just giving you some tips and things I'm learning as I'm going through the process. I'm literally vlogging my entire process. And so if you have any questions, you could throw them in the comments, or, if it's a little bit more private, please go ahead and DM me. I'm more than open to answer any questions you may have. So I am officially 3 weeks post-op, and guess where I am? Child, back in the hospital. And you may be wondering, Diane, why are you in the hospital? You were discharged like 2 weeks ago. Yes, I was discharged 2 weeks ago. But if you check out my last videos, you'll see that I had a UTI. And I never get those. I think the last time I had a UTI was when I had my hysterectomy about 5 years ago. So anytime my body goes to like some kind of traumatic surgical experience, I'll get like a UTI or like a yeast infection. It's just, I don't know. It is what it is. The doctors say that's pretty normal because your body's trying to take care of everything else, that's the least of its worries. And so you're usually more susceptible to getting those kind of infections, right? And so I'm getting that treated. But while I'm having this UTI, and I've had it now on 3 days, as soon as I felt it, I went to urgent care. They gave me medication to start treating it. And by the second day, y'all, I had the worst gastric pain I've ever had since any of my surgeries. Like, I've never had pain like this. It didn't feel like gas. It didn't feel like how it felt when I initially had the surgery. It was just absolutely gut-wrenching, painful overnight. And I didn't know what happened. And so I went to urgent care. I'm like, did I do something wrong? Did I eat something wrong? Like, what is going on? Blaming myself for everything, child. Okay. But sometimes you have to realize it's not just you. Your body got something to do with it. So give yourself some grace. And so I had to do that this time. So I got up early, went to urgent care. I'm in extreme pain. Because urgent care saw me, and I went to Avicenna in Jacksonville, Florida. I love Avicenna. They're great. They're fast. They accept all major insurances and state insurances, so I highly recommend them. Very professional. Because they saw me 2 days prior, and they knew that I recently had gastric bypass revision surgery 2.5 weeks prior, they immediately said, you know what? We're sending you to the ER next door, because they need to do a CT scan to make sure I don't have any ruptures or anything going on, because that would be the safest route, because they can't do that for me in urgent care. And I really respected that. They didn't charge me for anything. They just called the ER, let them know I was coming. Went to my local ER, went to Baptist. That's literally in my neighborhood. And I was there. I got in very quickly. They ran my blood work, did CT scan and everything, and they said, ooh, you have a bowel obstruction, which is extremely dangerous, and it's very serious. And so they transferred me to St. Vincent, because that's where my surgeons are located and my doctors, to treat me. I was admitted yesterday afternoon, because I went there early. So I was admitted by 4 p.m. Yeah, I think like 4 or 5 p.m. I was in my room at St. Vincent with the doctors. They were getting my labs done, getting all kinds of tests done, okay? And they did another CT scan, and then they gave me pain meds. They gave me a stronger antibiotic for the UTI to treat that. And they said, okay, I may have to have emergency surgery. They won't know until they can see exactly what's going on with the CT scan and me drinking the contrast to see how it flows through my stomach into my intestines to see what's going on and exactly where the blockage is. And so completed all that. Something about me, I am allergic to contrast. I usually have severe nausea. I throw up. They gave me Benadryl and some other medications to counteract that, so I didn't have any major reaction whatsoever. Some signs and symptoms of having a blockage is severe nausea, vomiting, severe cramping, you're not passing gas, and you're not going number 2, you're not pooping, right? Defecating. That's not happening. And it's just extremely, extremely, extremely painful. We have this term in Creole that says, "What Monday moja salfe what pay?" Basically meaning you're asking God, why am I being punished like this? What did I do? Like, that's how bad it feels. And Tylenol, nothing helps. And so the doctors got the results of my CT scan with the contrast. And then this morning, that was yesterday. And then this morning, they did an x-ray of my abdomen and to see how far down did the contrast go, because they want to see, is there total blockage, partial blockage, whatever. And so they gave me some scenarios of what may cause, what the underlying cause is. So I don't have full blockage. It seems like I have partial blockage, and because the contrast has gone down from, the doctor said, the GJ, which is the stomach, connected to the first part of the intestine. So when you get a gastric bypass, there's 2 different connections that they make, and the contrast has made it way down to the JJ connection, and it's finally down in the area where, the final stage where you would poop, right? And so they saw that it went down, which is a great sign, but it's taken a long time. So which means, okay, the liquid was able to go down with the contrast, but food and things like that may not be able to. Here's the conclusion, and here's what's going on. The doctor said I have what is called an Ileus, Ileus, I believe. If I didn't spell it right, I'll definitely put all that information in the caption and in the comments, and then, that way you can see everything that's going on. So what happens is that an Ileus is when your body has experienced severe trauma, like surgery, which is what I had, and an infection, the UTI. And so what happens is your body's so focused on healing those other parts and now trying to fight the infection that, guess what? The intestine's like, bruh, these muscles, they're like, yeah, I'm not working. I'm tired. I ain't got time for this. You got a lot going on. Deal with that. And so what has happened is the muscles that contract to help push everything down, to help absorb food and nutrients, they clocked out. They went on PTO time. They said, prepare the others. We're not working. That's it. And so that's what happened. And so as the infection clears, what should happen is the muscles should start waking up to start doing what they need to do. So I will give you guys more of an update. I am NPO, no fluids, nothing, no food, nothing by mouth, because if I do have something, the possible things that might have occurred is surgery where they open me up, have to deal with clearing out that intestine or whatever, removing a part of it, or they would have to put a G-tube down my throat and suction out my stomach, okay? Thank God I don't have to do any of that, so they want me to continue to stay off of fluids and solids and everything else to give my body time for everything to get back into homeostasis, basically meaning they need to get back to working together. I hope this has been helpful. Ask me any questions in the comments. I love you. Peace and blessings. Till next time.